a game of guess who. Washington is scrambling to find out who is behind an explosive New York Times op-ed that enraged President Trump. Written by an anonymous figure in the administration, it describes the president as amoral, erratic, and reckless.
I think the Times article is probably from a real source within the administration, and I think it's tough to get an actual source from that.
Any agency can't succeed if there's people intentionally trying to undermine what the command from up top is. I mean, it's a horrible employee in any circumstance.
One by one, top U.S. officials lined up to deny authorship.
I come from a place where if you're not in a position to execute the commander's intent, you have a singular option. It is to leave. And this person instead, according to the New York Times, chose not only to stay, but to undermine what President Trump and this administration are trying to do.
Next question.
And I'll answer your other question directly, because I know someone will say, gosh, you didn't answer the question. It's not mine.
Under the microscope, Vice President Mike Pence. The word lodestar is included in the op-ed, one used frequently by Pence himself. Yet the Vice President was quick to issue his own denial.
I think it's a disgrace. The anonymous editorial published in the New York Times represents a new low in American journalism. And I think the New York Times should be ashamed. And I think whoever wrote this anonymous editorial should also be ashamed as well.
False, illogical, and gutless. Slammed by Republicans, yet the author of the op-ed claims they're part of a quiet resistance, working from within to prevent the president's worst inclinations. The author says their group originally considered taking steps to remove the president, but ultimately decided against it. He or she says the difference in America now will be made by everyday citizens rising above politics.